Hi, it's Steven. Today's Friday, the start of Memorial Day weekend, and I just planted my vegetables. I'm gonna show. Let me get us here. Okay. So I have some marigolds here. I put some beets in here. I put all of my pole beans and cucumbers here along the cattle panel. I have a whole thing of alyssum, and then I have one row of onion, and then I have 2 rows of carrots. I have 3 sections of bush beans, 4 sections, bush beans. I have 3 peppers, and then leaf lettuce. So, peppers and leaf lettuce are companion plants. Onions and carrots are companion plants. Pole beans and cucumbers are companion plants. And then beets are all by themselves. Bush beans don't get along with onions, and I'm pretty sure beets don't get along with onions. And then I have sweet peas too. So alyssum, marigold, and sweet peas for pollinators. And then I have these terracotta pots buried in the ground to be able to water. And then these tops are going to be glazed on the bottom and have some pea gravel in there with water so that the bees and the butterflies can have water in a shallow dish. So that'll be good. And then slowly trying to fill this one up. I just cut the grass, so I have all the grass clippings in here. And then maybe for once I get it filled, depending on how far into the season, I'll put some pole beans or some bush beans, because I didn't have enough room to put a lot of bush beans in here, and I have a really cool variety. It's sort of variegated purple and white. And then the other thing is, I got the supplies for the pond. So I got this barrel for the pond. I got some bricks for the tubing to prevent the rocks from going in there. I got some lava rock, which is good for the beneficial bacteria. It's also lighter than regular stone. And then I have the pea gravel. So the bricks, and then the lava rocks, and then the pea gravel. So that, and then cutting a hole in here for another PVC pipe to go directly into the pond. I bought a water lily. The problem is the water level is so low right now. So this weekend I'm going to hook up my pump just to start cleaning the water, filtering it, and then set this up. The other thing I did is, these are the perfect height to put an edge around this pond liner. So So to have the edge like that, and then the top here to hide the liner. So I'm gonna do that as well. Not this weekend, but eventually. These are like less than $1, so that'll be a good edging for the pond. And then I need to get more of that gravel. Gus there, I went to UW-Madison Veterinary Hospital. There was a potential that he had a liver shunt. He does not have a liver shunt. What happened is the vet overdosed him with anesthesia. So he is going to get neutered at the UW Vet Hospital so that I don't need to worry about anyone overdosing him. And then Rebel here, he is the needy one, the spoiled one. His goal in life is to lay on my lap 24/7. So, go to my parents' house tomorrow, and then I actually work Monday, Memorial Day, but not all day. You can see a little progress here. I'm gonna put my canna in these whiskey barrels, and then put some other plants here. Usually I have canna and then some coleus. I'm gonna pack these solid with canna because I have a ton of them. And then I'll put some coleus and other things in here. And then I bought this hydrangea for the front yard. I had a willow in the front yard and it just dried up. This one, this hydrangea, this eclipse, it says it needs morning sun and afternoon shade, which is exactly what the front gets. Morning sun and afternoon shade, so I think that'll be perfect. Other than that, I just am hard at work weeding the garden. And I have to figure out where to put all the canna. So this is all the canna that's gonna go in the whiskey barrels. I soaked it already. This is my Musifolia canna. This stuff gets really huge, really tall. So I have to figure out where to put that in the ground. I bought a king tut and a prince tut. This is a king tut. The king tut will go in the pond. The prince tut will go into that barrel, the bog filter, as well as the mahogany splendor. I have a ton of the mahogany splendor, so I'll probably give some away. And I bought this cool little ornament at Menards today. I think it's cool. I'm gonna put it up there in the corner by the gutter. Other than that, I cut the yard at the lowest setting, and then I'm gonna spray all the creeping Charlie and dandelions, because I'll be gone tomorrow, so then the dogs won't get it on their paws. But the yard looks a lot better. Everything is coming in. When this peony starts to bloom, and then the sun comes just over the garage, that's a really beautiful picture. I still have to replace my Japanese maple there, and then I need to buy another autumn moon over there. Menards still has some autumn moons for $80. If I need to pick that up. And then I'm not going to replace that this weekend because that place is going to be jam-packed with people. Other than that, I got plenty of work to do out here. And dogs that won't stop whining because they are not on my lap. So I just wanted to share how I planted that raised bed. And I have tomatoes that'll grow in regular pots. They're cherry tomatoes. Well, I hope you have a good Memorial Day weekend and get a lot done. I'm going to water my raised bed, and then I'm going to try and offload the rest of these carrots onto a neighbor. Have a good Memorial Day weekend, and I will see you next week. Bye.